All right, let's talk about a day on the calendar. Well, it's more than just a festival. It's a kind of cosmic alignment, a gateway that is said to unlock some serious wisdom and prosperity.
I mean, seriously think about that. What if there was one single day, so powerful, so inherently lucky, that it just cancels out any bad vibes from the planets? A day where anything you start is basically destined for success. Sounds like something out of a fantasy novel, right? Well, that is exactly what we're diving into today.
So at its heart, Basant Panchami is all about a massive shift in the seasons. It's the day we officially say goodbye to the cold, gray winter and hello to the color and life of spring. It's this moment of incredible renewal, not just for the world around us, but for us too.
And you can just feel that energy and how it's celebrated all across India. It's this beautiful symphony of traditions. The color you'll see everywhere is yellow. It's meant to symbolize the sun's warmth, like in those incredible mustard fields. Up in Punjab, the skies just fill up with kites, which is such a perfect metaphor for letting your dreams fly high. Over in Bengal and Odisha, it's more about these elaborate worship ceremonies, or pujas, dedicated to the festival's main deity. And for kids, this day is huge. It's often when they have their Vidya Arambh, which is their very first formal lesson, a beautiful start to their education.
So, who is this central figure that everyone is celebrating? Well, this takes us into the divine origins of the festival. We're going to shift from the cultural side of things to the mythological powerhouse that started it all.
So the story goes that on this exact day, the goddess Saraswati was born. But here's the thing, she wasn't born in the usual way. She literally emerged directly from the mind of Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe. She was a manifestation of pure thought. So from the absolute second of her existence, she was the embodiment of all knowledge, music, and heart.
And her symbols? Wow, they tell you everything you need to know. The beautiful white swan she's with? It's not just for looks. It represents this incredible ability to separate truth from lies, good from bad. The instrument she's holding, the veena, symbolizes the perfect harmony of all creative arts and sciences. And that lotus flower she sits on? That signifies pure, supreme knowledge. This idea that truth can blossom beautifully even out of a murky situation.
And you want to talk about transformative power. There's this legendary story about the poet Kalidasa. Now, he was supposedly considered a total simpleton, just not very bright at all. But he prayed to Goddess Saraswati with everything he had. And as the legend goes, she blessed him with such incredible wisdom that he became one of the greatest literary geniuses in history. This story gets right to the heart of the belief that her energy can literally rewrite your intellectual destiny.
Okay, and this brings us to the most mind-bending part of this whole festival. This is the secret power that makes it unlike any other day. We're talking about a day that seems to play by its own set of cosmic rules.
The ancient sages had a special name for this, an Abhaj Muhurta. Now, what does that mean? It basically translates to a self-proven or indestructible time. The idea is that for these 24 hours, the positive energy is just so overwhelming, so dominant, that it completely neutralizes any negative astrological alignments or influences that might be floating around.
Let's just put this side by side because it really makes it click. On any other day, you might need to check with an astrologer to find that perfect 2-hour window to start a business, or get married, or even go on a trip, right? You have to dodge all these tricky planetary influences. But on Basant Panchami, the entire day is a green light. From sunrise to sunset, it's all auspicious. It's like a cosmic free pass, making it the perfect day to kick off absolutely any new venture you can think of.
Okay, so if this day is such a cosmic powerhouse, how do you actually tap into that energy? Let's get practical. Let's talk about the blueprint for harnessing this power, both from an astrological view and through some really simple rituals.
From an astrological perspective, this day has a strong connection to two really important planets. First, the sun, which is all about our confidence and our leadership skills. That makes total sense with the return of spring's energy, right? And at the same time, you have Mercury, the planet of intellect, communication, and learning. That lines up perfectly with worshiping the goddess of knowledge. So if either of those planets is a bit weak in your birth chart, doing a simple puja on this day is believed to be a fantastic remedy.
Now, for those of you who really like to be precise, there is a kind of golden hour. This prime window for worship is called the Purvana Kala, which is basically the forenoon period. So for instance, on a given Basant Panchami, that might be between, say, 7 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. But, and this is the important part, remember, while that's a great time for specific rituals, the auspicious energy of the Abhaj Muhurta lasts the entire day.
And the best part is, you don't need some huge, complex ceremony to connect with this energy.
You can do a really simple ritual right at home. It starts with just preparing yourself. Take a bath at dawn, put on some yellow clothes. Then you set up a little altar. Next, you make some simple offerings, things like fruit, sweets, and most importantly, symbols of knowledge like your favorite books or maybe a musical instrument. The worship is as simple as lighting a lamp and chanting. And finally, you share the good vibes by passing out prasad, the blessed food. It's a really accessible way to invite that divine energy into your home.
So let's bring this all home. What does a festival that's steeped in ancient mythology and astrology really mean for us today, in our crazy, modern lives? How do we plug this ancient wisdom into our own personal goals?
When you strip it all down, Basant Panchami is basically a designated day for a fresh start. You can think of it like a universal reset button. It is the absolute perfect time to finally start learning that new skill you've been putting off, or to make a big career move, or even just to find some mental clarity in all the noise. It's a day to consciously line up your personal goals with a powerful current of cosmic support.
So, here's the bottom line. Once a year, a day comes along that is uniquely designed for success, for growth, and for the pursuit of knowledge. A day where the universe is basically conspiring in your favor. The cosmic gateway is wide open. So the only real question is, what new beginning are you going to choose for your auspicious dawn?